Okay guys, check it out. This is a letter saying that I have post to pick up. What post do I have to pick up? Well, $600 worth of plants for our Carnivorous plant website. I'm very excited, so let's go get it. Yes, it's a warm day, guys. So get the plants down there in the post office. Alright guys, so the last video I took, it was the morning. And I went to get the plants and they weren't there. Then I came back at 3 o'clock and they still weren't there. And they said they'd be there before 5 o'clock today. Otherwise I must come tomorrow and pick it up. I can't pick it up tomorrow or the next day or the next because I have classes and work. So I went to gym, did some of my exercises, left. It is now 10 to 5. Got the plants and I'm going back to gym. So I don't know when I'm going to film the next episodes, the next clips for this episode, but might not be today, might not be until Sunday or Monday. Might actually be doing a little bit of potting every now and then, but you guys will obviously know in the rest of this video. So let me go finish my exercises and I'll record when I get back home. Okay guys, so I'm back from the gym now. I've eaten, I've showered, and we are now going to open up the plants. I'm a bit worried about the plants in the box because the box has been squashed a bit and I don't know, it's like half open, half closed. So I'm worried about the plants in there. But the one I'm even more worried about is the ones in the bag. So I'm wondering how the hell, how are plants going to be safe if they're in a bag? Because there's no rigidity to it, you know, like if it's in a box, at least the box is, you know, tough and square, like a bag isn't. So I'm really worried about those ones, so let's hope that they're all right. But I don't think we'll be potting up any plants tonight. Maybe we'll do some tomorrow or the next day or the next. I do have my unpaid work tomorrow, so I don't know, and the next days after that I have classes, so there's not much time to pot them up, and I'll be potting them up at night too, so we'll look at their condition and make a decision after that. But I'm really worried about these plants if they have handled right in the heat of the van as well. But yeah, let's open them up and take a look at how they're looking. So we'll start off with the box because these ones are most likely going to be less damaged than the ones in the bag, because I don't know how the bag is supposed to protect plants, but anyway. Guess we got a little bit of a letter from them. Nothing interesting. But let's see the plants. Newspaper is good for packaging and, you know, providing protection from impacts and stuff, so I will keep this. But here we go. There's quite a few plants in there. So this is a Sarracenia. It looks like a Sarracenia flava. Not a flava, purpurea. And there should be about 10 plants in here. I won't open it up now because we're not going to be potting them up. But there are quite a few plants in there. They do look pretty healthy still as well, which is always a good thing. Here we have a Venus Flytrap. This is shipment style 1. I've always wanted a Venus Flytrap shipment style. As you can tell, their leaves here have like ridges on them. It's a genetic mutation and it makes them very, very unique. You can see the weird petioles in the plants there. But they are just like normal Venus flytraps. They work just like normal Venus flytraps. So it's a very unique plant to have, and I'm very happy to have one. Finally, after all these years, we'll be able to grow some more of these out and have them on the website in the future as well. So, and it does look healthy too. Here we've got some more Venus flytraps. Here we've got some Venus flytrap flava. there at the back. I will take the plastic off, guys, but not right now, and you will see them better without the plastic, but I'm just showing them how they'd look if you took them straight out the box. So this is a Sarracenia flava at the back here. This one here seems to be a type of a cross of a Oreophila or some Leucophilas as well. Even a minor and a flava there, but we'll know more as we unpack them, guys. But they are pretty big plants. They're about 20 centimeters, so very happy with how those look too. The Venus Flytraps, Pink Venus. It's a cultivar that these guys sell. You really can't see anything through the plastic, but they are slightly redder. Pink Venus Flytraps and green, so they do look much better than your average typical looking Venus flytrap. But they'll be potted up, like I said, all together, and you'll see them better. Pink Venus. So there we go, there should be 10 in there as well. This is Drosera adelaide. In our latest video, I told you guys how our Drosera adelaide died. The one that had that big story of being attacked by the cats. The seeds then being rejuvenated in water and us taking it across the whole world to Australia and planting it and letting it grow. And then they got attacked by birds twice. They ended up dying, guys. So I thought I might as well just buy one more Drosera adelaide. They are native to Queensland, one of the Queensland sisters. But you can see the sword-shaped leaves here. It's a very happy plant, and they did leave the flowers on. Not that there's any seeds there, because you actually have to pollinate them, which is the story of our last adelaide. But this one is very, very big and healthy and happy. So we will put it into the old pot that we had before, and it should bounce back really, really well. These guys are known to be pretty prolific growers. So put this one aside too. This is a Venus flytrap B52, the world's biggest Venus flytraps. If you guys didn't know that, their traps can grow over 2 inches in size. So this one is a medium aged plant, it looks like, and it doesn't have the typical red inner traps with the stripe on the side. So it hasn't had enough sunlight in its life, but we will change that. But yeah, we'll get it out of the plastic. Sorry guys, it's in the plastics. For the health of the plants, I'm not taking them out of the plastics yet, but stick around, and at the end of this video, the very next thing we'll be doing after unpacking them is potting them up. So don't worry, you will see them properly very, very soon. This is Venus flytrap shark's teeth. So the teeth of the Venus flytrap are not long. They are more like, a shark's teeth. Short little triangles, just like that. Pretty big growing plant as well, it seems like. A couple centimeters in length. Looks pretty good. So seeing as it is, we are going into springtime now. All these plants will start growing now, which is the best time. You want to repot your plants in early winter. Late winter to early spring. That's the best time for these plants. That is when they start growing after their dormancy. So all these Venus flytraps that we have, like this bristle tooth right here, it is the best time to grow them up right now. Because as I said, they will be growing now. And any plants that have dead traps in them, it doesn't make much difference because they are growing. Anyway, Venus flytrap bristle tooth. You can see the traps there are like a bristle. Different to the shark one. Because these ones are actually like a real bristle, as if it was like a toothbrush or something. Not triangular like the shark's teeth one, but very, very unique as well. Here is just a bag of Venus flytraps, just some typical ones I think it is. There should be 20 plants in here if I'm not mistaken. But this is just a mixture. Oh, here's the label. Oh no, there's no label. It should just be a mixture of typical Venus flytraps. Everyone wants Venus flytraps. No one can provide them, so I hope to change that. But these guys will all be potted up into some pots too and put on the website, so put them aside. Over here we have some Nepenthes ventratas. Everyone knows the Nepenthes ventrata. Looks like their pitchers are all small baby pitchers, very young pitchers. These plants are not long out of tissue culture, which is why they don't have many pitchers, but they do have a lot of growth, a lot of leaves, a lot of foliage, which you would expect from tissue culture plants. And there should be 5 plants in here. So I know quite a few people want Nepenthes, so that's why I got them for the website. But yeah, these guys will do well too, especially because it's so humid where I am staying on the Gold Coast. It's so humid and warm. like the mountains that these plants are from. So just like our other Nepenthes that we have outside, they should bounce back very, very quickly. And here we have some more bristle-tooth Venus flytraps. There should be 10 in here, same as before. These ones will all go onto the website too, for sale for you guys. So they look very healthy and happy too. One of them is actually flowering, we need to cut that off. But yeah, nice big bag of them. And this is the one that I was looking forward to the most. This is Sarracenia, a mixture of Sarracenias. Looks like there's a Leucophylla right here, a white Venus flytrap. Leuco means white in Latin. And let's see what else we have here. Looks like some rubras with the red tops. So there should be some flowers in there as well. These are basically the adult size Venus flytraps, Sarracenias. The Sarracenias that people want, the big ones. You can see here's a nice flower trap right here. You can see how big that the flowers can get. They get way bigger than this, to get a couple feet in height. But these are the large size plants. Some people want small ones, some want medium, some want very big ones. And here's the biggest ones that they do provide, the wholesalers do provide. But you can see how big the traps get over there. Like I say guys, don't worry, they will come out of the plastic, so you'll see them properly very, very soon. Okay, so those ones that are inside of this box, they actually seem alright. Some of them are a little bit squashed, a little bit bunched up, but they should be fine. They will recover very, very well. I am very worried about the ones in the bag because it's a bag, it's not a box. So I don't know, I have no idea what we're gonna find inside of this box, in this bag guys. So let's open it up and see what we can find. These are the moments of truth. What? Why do we have a bag? What? Oh, they're inside of there. There's clothes in here. What? Do you think this is yours? Okay. This is not mine. That's yours. Okay, so it's only one box. Never mind, but I'm gonna go through the order and make sure that we have everything now, guys. So the next thing that we will be doing is potting up all the plants. So yeah, let's start doing that. Okay guys, so I've decided that I will pot up those 5 plants there. They are all singular plants, so the potting process will be very quick and easy for tonight. And we're gonna start off with the Drosera adelae. So I'm gonna take out this top layer that we had, try and mix the soil up a little bit, freshen it up a little bit, and then plant it up in here. So as you can see from the previous plants, the top layer became pretty gross, kind of like full of algae and whatever. So let me take this out, clean it up a little bit, and then hopefully we should have some cleaner moss. So I just rinsed off the side of the pot to get all the stuff that was on the side. Remember I told you guys all the storms that we've been having, they've been such heavy storms lately that all the plants are getting a beating, which is another reason why I've told you guys I want to move the plants to the back of the house, because a little bit more safe and more protected there. And yeah, so what it means that all the soil comes out of the pots and onto the sides of the pots, and I personally hate it, and some people don't even think about it, but I can't deal with it. But yeah, clean that up so we can write on the marker, because you need to label everything, guys. Don't forget, label all your plants so you don't forget what's what. But anyway, let's get this top layer out. I just want to mix it. Look, there's a little adelae coming out there. 2. It's actually quite a few. So our original plant actually hasn't died, guys. This story of this adelae is never ending. Now I'm worried that there's something else in here that we might have missed. Oh man, that's not good. Okay, well, we found these 3 or so little plantlets here, which is good news, which means we have some genetically different plants coming in. But let us now open up our new Drosera adelae, and let's take a look at it better up close, guys. And here she is. Also growing in sphagnum moss, and you can see it has some babies there also. So this one has some babies on the side, which we will try to keep. Place it in to the pot. And just like we always do, fill up around the plant and try to get the roots covered up. And you can hold the leaves like this. It doesn't damage your plant when you guys do it, especially after transport. Just be gentle. Now you need to make sure that your plants are well packed so that the plant obviously doesn't fall over. We don't want the plants to start falling over, obviously, because then they won't grow upright, and that's very annoying. So make sure you do pack it pretty tightly, but not so tight that your plant's roots can't breathe and that they basically get strangled out. That's what you want to avoid. So don't do that with your plants, guys. Anyway, the last of the soil is going in. We'll put it here in this little gap between the little plantlets that it has. And that means that we can put our old plantlets that actually aren't dead in a different spot here off to the side. And then they can hopefully grow up. Surprised that they keep dying and coming back, but it's a good thing. So they're not potted up. The new plant is potted up. The new plant's little babies are potted up. Has babies on the side here too. So this new plant is ready to go. Okay, next up we're doing a Venus flytrap. One of the 4 that we have. Okay guys, and we're now back. I've got all the pots ready to put the plants into. So let's start off with our Venus flytrap B52. Like I've said to you guys before, it is the world's biggest Venus flytrap. So it has the biggest traps. The traps, like I said before as well, go up to 2 inches in length, which is 5 centimeters for, you know, the rest of the normal world. Americans always have to do everything differently, I don't know. Anyway, let's get it out. This is Venus flytrap B52. B52. It does not look very good. It is light starved. There's a closed trap with an insect in it. But this plant I expect to have recently come out of tissue culture, because I know that this place that I get the plants from, their plants are tissue cultured plants. And that is why it looks like this. If your Venus flytrap looks long with big petioles like this and honestly weak looking traps like this, your Venus flytrap is very sick. So if your Venus flytrap looks like this, watch some of my videos on how to look after Venus flytrap and how to care for them, and try to get them into better care. So with these guys, we'll pot them up and put them straight outside into the bright direct sunlight, because that's what Venus flytraps need and love. If they don't get that, they end up looking like this, unhealthy. So we'll put that in there. We'll put the label in so you don't forget what plant it is, and I will write with the permanent marker pen on the side of the pot later what it is as well. But for now, I just want to get all the plants out so you guys can see what they are. It's not a potting video, it's an unboxing video. And over here we have Venus flytrap Bristletooth. And once again, this Venus flytrap doesn't look very healthy either. It's probably straight out of tissue culture. But you can see the bristly traps. And that's where it gets its name from, bristle traps, because it looks like a bristle. But honestly, this Venus flytrap isn't too healthy either. It's very long and petiolated. But the petioles are very interesting and cool, that they're pretty wavy. That's very, very interesting. But yeah, not a very happy plant either. It needs much more sunlight. So this is Venus flytrap Shark's Teeth. And you can see, guess that name from the shark teeth that it has, like triangular looking teeth like that. Resembles that of a shark. And this plant actually has a little baby off to the side here. So there are actually 2 plants here. See, there's one rhizome over here, one rhizome on the side. And we will not be dividing them because this plant has gone through enough shock. But it has a very interesting habit in that it grows straight up like that. It's pretty unique. Obviously the traps are pretty cool too, with the shark teeth as it's named after. So that's another interesting one that we're adding to the private collection. Like I've told you guys before, what I want to do with these plants is grow them up to the point that I can do divisions of them and then have the divisions ready for you guys in the future and sell them on the website, because we all want the interesting plants. You know, everyone can have a boring, typical Venus flytrap, but we all want the interesting ones. Am I right? Exactly. Okay, straight up, this plant is thick. I have never had a Venus flytrap that is so thick. Like, look at this thing. It's so big and thick. I don't know how else to explain it. Look at the traps. You can see how it's all has bumps and ridges on it. This is very, very unique, and this is why I've liked this plant so much, because of how unique it actually is. And this is very, very tough as well. These crests here, all these little bumps and ridges. And these Venus flytraps, they actually do produce normal traps. I like Venus flytraps that have normal traps, functional traps. I don't really like the ones that don't have functioning traps, but shipment steel is one that does have functioning traps, and that's why I like it so much, because it is so unique and it has those interesting traps. I mean, those normal traps. So I'm going to pot these guys all up and then write the labels on, and I'll bring you guys back when it's all over, and then you guys can see how they look when they're finally all potted up. Okay guys, so it has been a couple days. Like I said to you, I would be planting up a couple plants every night until they were all done, because I obviously have stuff to do during the day. And I have now finished off all of the plants, and I'm about to show you them. But first off, I'm going to tell you that I am really not that impressed with the quality of the plants that I got from this place. Like, some of the plants that I got, they're pretty unhealthy. Like, they're not hardened off very well. But the plants I bought for my own collection, for myself, they're probably the weakest ones. Those 4 Venus flytraps that we just potted up together, they're like the weakest ones, and the rest that are market plants, which are, you know, a little bit more variety, like greater volume, they're pretty, you know, they're better than those, which doesn't make much sense. But anyway, let me show you them. So first off, I just reorganized the table a bit. You guys can see the storm pushes all of the soil out of the pots. That's why I really want to move these guys to the back of the house. But yeah, they're coming back, new plants for most of the Drosera spatulatus here. The rest are right. I moved them all up, but let me show you guys new plants. These are obviously the big ones, those big Sarracenias that I showed you guys. This is like a leucophylla cross. Here's the back. They do look good. I am happy with the size and the health of the big ones. Their rhizomes are huge. I had to stuff them into these pots because I didn't have the pots size, like the next pot size up. The next biggest pots I have are these big ones, and I don't want to put them in there. But yeah, I might have to eventually. But I'm very impressed with these ones. These big Sarracenias, they look very, very good. So if I can show you this. They look very, very good. This is a beautiful Sarracenia flava here. I think it's a flava, it's probably an ornato or something cross, because it has a frilly lid. But yeah, they look really good. This is our this is our Venus flytrap shipment steel 1. You can see it's burning because they weren't hardened off. This is the shark's teeth. This is the bristle tooth, and back there is what's supposed to be a B52. It doesn't look like a B52, but anyway. And here we have all the other plants that we potted up. You can see we have a purpurea here, very light starved. All different types of purpureas, they're all low growers. And tons of little thin weedy things that will hopefully turn into something decent one day. Tons of them. But yeah, they are all right. And then we look at the Venus flytraps at the back. These are the bristle tooth ones, or the typical ones, and you can see they're burning because, like I said, they're not used to the heat. They're not hardened off properly. These are Pink Venus, that's the name, Pink Venus. And back there are the bristle-tooth Venus flytraps with more weird type of Sarracenias. I really like this little flower here. Sarracenia flower is my favorite Sarracenia. I love how it looks. Until sooner or later I fall in love with a leucophila or something else again, but yeah. Anyway, this is how most of them look. Now I will show you guys the Nepenthes in a couple seconds. This guy just started mowing. So yeah, let me show it to you. And right over here are our 5 Nepenthes that we got. These are actually pretty healthy. They are definitely tissue culture, they're plugs. So yeah, they'll come back pretty well. And I'm pretty happy with the Nepenthes. Our normal Nepenthes started pitching again. I think I showed you guys. They're going into intermediate pitches now, which is good. And that means that it's making basils, which it is. This one still hasn't done much, but yeah. The Nepenthes I'm happy with. Those plants there are really iffy, like, you know, whatever. I'm not too sure about them. Hopefully they come better. But we do need to move that table to the back still, guys. So I think we're going to do that this coming week. So if you want to see how the hell we actually attempt doing that, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll show you guys quickly our Drosera Adelaide. Here it is. Looking good. And some of our Darlingtonias that are coming back. They already did get destroyed in that storm, so we lost quite a few. I think we only have 11 plants now, which is very, very sad, but you know, it is what it is. Can't change it, guys. Anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed seeing what $600 worth of carnivorous plants look like. We have quite a few plants now that will be going up onto our website that I am busy, nearly finished developing, or not really developing, but putting together. And I will be selling them, so make sure you subscribe to the channel or find me on Instagram, Facebook, to you know find out when the website's open to see the plants. And yeah, hopefully I can have a nice website for you guys so I can sell some very healthy plants, a bigger variety of carnivorous plants here in Australia, because honestly there's very few sellers of carnivorous plants, especially of a wide range of plants. I am trying to import plants, get different types of carnivorous plants into the country, because honestly there's like very, very little here, and I hope that I can change that, guys. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please like, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.